everybody, it's Lorien here. I just wanted to wish you a very happy new year. This is going to be your reading for January 2019. This is a general reading for your sun, your moon and your rising sign. If you'd like a 2019 reading from me, you can click on the link below in the description box. It will take you to my website for all the usual readings as well as the special 2019 year ahead one. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you so much for everything you've done for me. It's still Christmas at the moment, so we're still in 2018 as I say this, but I really do appreciate every single one of you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me for this long and just for being the wonderful people that you are. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes through for your signs. So without further ado, let's see what January holds. Good evening, beautiful Geminis. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising, Gemini Sun, and of course it's for January, so let's get to seeing what's coming through for you. These are going to be the Enchanted Tarot. They're very, very big, so I apologise that I can't really shuffle them on camera because they take a bit of a hefty weight to do so. But trust me, I am shuffling. I am going about the heavy shuffle for you. And we're going to be pulling an oracle card at the end. So let's see. I'm going to do 3 and then 3. I'm going to see what comes up for you. Alright. Let's see. And I am just going to pull them one at a time, just so I don't get overwhelmed with all the information that they want to bring out for me at any given time. And I may try and just pull this a little bit so you can see more of the cards. Okay, so let's see what's coming up for you guys. I'm Gemini Rising, so I'm also wanting to see, not Gemini Rising, Gemini Moon, sorry. So I'm also wanting to see, well, the first one you have is the 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands is about stability and that sort of home life, the feeling of wanting to be around insecurity and basically just having that foundation to move forwards and have that connection is what I want to say. I do believe that from these cards there is some feeling of satisfaction. It's almost like, look at what we've built, look at what we've actually achieved here. And I do say we because it feels like you and somebody else. It feels like you have actually or will accomplish something in January, and it's something that you feel very proud of, and I feel like it's a joint venture. I feel like it's you and somebody else actually having this feeling of, oh, I've done it. You know, I've done it, or we've done it. It could even be giving thanks to somebody who helped you initially, all those months ago when you at least first had the idea, or it could be something that you just feel like you had help from them. So I feel like you've got this under control, you've got this feeling of accomplishment, and it's a great way to start 2019, to be honest, because it just feels like you have this, and it's something that really, you know, I don't know whether you're familiar with Vine, the social media thing, but there's this little girl who kind of sweeps around with this arm and goes, look at all these chickens, when it's clearly a bunch of geese. And I think that there's something there that's maybe like, look at all this, what we've achieved, and look at all those chickens. It's something that feels like you've got accomplishments, you've got something that really brings forwards a sense of enlightenment and wealth, and that feeling of, this is my home, I'm comfortable here, this is my harmony, this is my area of expertise here. So it is really, really strong for you. Oh, and then you have the Tower. Oh, well, it's not all that bad actually. The Tower can be absolutely revelationary, or is it, if that's even a word. I think I've just come up with a new word. That's the writer in me. So it feels like there's something that's a sudden change. Yes, I think you've built this up not to let it fall, but to make sure that you can leap into the next stage of your life. You've built whatever it is up to take a risk. You've built this up in order to feel like you have something under control. And I think that this is going to be something, maybe a theme for 2019, where you get to a certain stage and you're completely revamping yourself to something that just feels like you completely go ahead and see different elements of what you want to achieve and see different culminations as to what's going on for you and how things are, and you know what you feel like you can truly achieve. This is not always a good omen, but I just feel like something is kind of coming in to kind of rattle your centers a little bit. Something that you makes you go, oh, hang on a second, I did not anticipate that. But I think what you've built is actually going to prepare you for whatever it is that's coming. What you've built is going to withstand this. So don't worry too much about it at the moment, unless you have done something naughty. I think that there's something that, you know, it's not something like, okay, well, put the scenario out there. For those of you who this does not apply to, I'm sorry, but just bear with me for 30 seconds. For those of you who, for instance, have been playing away from home, for instance, looking at other people and being a little bit more into affairs and stuff like that. For those of you who are like that, you could be playing happy family at home. The truth is going to come out. You cannot go into 2019 with secrets. If they're good secrets, fine. You know, for instance, if you have to wait until you are certain to say to somebody, we are having a baby, or I've got the promotion, or something's signed and I'm moving house, that's fine if you want to keep those secrets. If you're keeping a secret that will emotionally damage another person, that's going to come out. So all I'm saying is that if you're true and you're virtuous to at least some degree, you don't have anything to worry about. But for those of you who have maybe done something naughty, I think that's going to come around now and be revealed to you. And then you have the High Priestess. So whatever this brings you, whatever issues this brings to you, I feel like this comes forward saying that you do have an element of growth from it. You have wisdom from it. You have a very, very strong belief in yourself. And I feel like this is your unconscious awareness. This is your potential. These cards are darker than the others. So I'm just trying to give you a bit more of a sense as to how to see it. But obviously she looks very virginal, almost like she looks almost like the Virgin Mary. And she comes in with a sense of justice for me. Also, I feel like a little bit she's on her path and she's trying to figure out her own path now. But she does have the wisdom of the owl, and the owl is here. And so she does have that wisdom, and she has that culmination of knowledge because of the things that she's just gone through, because of the issues that she's just experienced. And so if you trust your instinct, if you trust your intuition, I think the mysterious nature of this, either you being the woman or something else, I think that's going to be flowing into you with this kind of intuitive flashes that keep come through. And it may be something that you have this idea and it kind of builds up from your intuition. So maybe meditation is a good way for you to culminate that. And then we have another major arcana. This is Justice. So again, I was saying that she had a feeling of justice. She had that kind of culmination of certain things. Now this one is basically, it looks incredible. I mean, I've never had this card out in a reading before, but holy moly, he comes through with some power. He's got really, really abundance of power. This is balance though. For me, I mean, you've got the Justice right by your side, but it feels as though he has to have a decision to make, and there's a cause and effect. So if you push through something, the effect is, you know, you're going to land on your feet or something like that. Every action has a reaction. That's something that, you know, you can learn in writing as well. But it just feels a little bit like there's a sense of up and down with him, and he's balancing out. He's balancing you out. Also, it could mean that you're writing or signing contracts, that you're writing something down, that you're putting somebody into kind of their rightful place. In a way, as you speaking your truth. It could also be something that I actually got earlier when I just picked this card up, was regarding a visa. Just one second, I just have to cough. I always do that if somebody has, or I've picked up that somebody's not telling something or a secret. So I apologize, but it was from before. But yeah, some visas or something that you're applying for, an application, something like that, that you're actually able to sign or you need to sign. This is also to do with karma. So I feel like, again, if you've been a bit naughty, your karma's coming to you. And if you are kind of working on something for yourself that's very personal, I think that's going to be okay. I feel like that's going to work out all right for you. If it's something like, again, a secret that feels like there's, you know, just something that balances out here, I feel like this is coming for you. So if you've been doing good, you're going to get good. If you've been doing bad, you're going to be told that you've been doing something bad. So it's nothing, you have nothing to fear from this if your morals and if your behavior has been 100%. Sometimes, yeah, you can feel down about yourself. Your health may be suffering from certain anxieties, or you may just feel like you want to curl up into a ball. That is not doing bad stuff. That's just your emotions. The physical act of playing around or playing with somebody's feelings or stealing or something like that, if you've been doing a lot of that lately, you're going to get found out. So I would prepare yourself for the inevitability that something is going to come in here. But then you have the Hierophant. You've got a lot of major arcanas. The Hierophant is about systems. It can sometimes even be about conformity or going back into education. It can even be, you know, when you're kind of entering into a big traditional place, which like the church or education or something like that, that has its roots already laid and nothing's going to shake it up or it'll take something really big to shake it up. So with this, I think like your belief is going to come into, not into question, but into effect here. And it feels as though, you know, you may be identifying different ways of how you fit in a group and where your niche is and who you are and how you belong in that group. I feel like this shakeup could be because your group changes. Your new area now is something that you're evolving, you're taking a step up, you're getting positive, you're trying to evolve past what you have been before. And that's really strong for you. I feel like you can evolve. It's just that sometimes you don't get the chance. So with this shakeup, do change. Do push yourself for that change. You don't have to stay the same. You can move up within, even if it's traditional, you can move up and find the other people that you're meant to be around. Now, is this major arcana? You got another one. So this is the Hermit. So after all this, the Hermit and the Priestess actually have such a beautiful connection with each other. So the Hermit gives itself a little bit of introspection, searching, guidance, solitude, having that sort of value perspective of being alone and spending alone time. That's why people always recommend that you do stay alone, even if you break up with somebody. Just kind of stay alone for a few months, heal from that. Don't jump straight into somebody else's bed. I mean, it may be a temporary solution, but it won't heal much for you. And I think that that's something that's, you know, a case with the Hermit. It could just be that you feel like you have to make some changes to your personal life or your inner life, how you're thinking about yourself, maybe searching for who you are, who you want to become. Again, it feels a little bit revolutionary. Something seems to be changing within you that the High Priestess will help. So it's very interesting to me to see how this will change for you guys or how this is going to come up. Okay, so I'm going to do Nature's Whispers, which is by Josephine, well, the art is by Josephine Wall, and the cards are by Angela Hartfield. So, alrighty, let's see. What does Gemini need to know for January 29th? Whoop. Oh, okay. For those of you who have felt stuck, you're going to have a breakthrough. Change is coming. Change is on its way. You can embrace change or you can fear it. Again, it depends which kind of level you're on, whether you're naughty or nice, as Santa would say. But it feels a little bit like you're able to sort of come up from the depths now. You've done your introspection. This is a new year. This is a new month. You can completely revitalize yourself if you want to take the energy to do that. If you don't, if you're quite happy how you are, that's fine, but I do feel there's a potential for significant change and something that you set yourself on a different, better, higher path. Again, there may be something that you want to achieve personally and you go off on your own, even though you have achieved something with this other person. but change is inevitable, and I certainly feel that 2019, while lighter than 2020 is going to be astrologically, I feel like we're getting some breakthroughs of our own. And yeah, to be honest, it feels like it's all kind of molding together and being quite positive for you. But let me know in the comments below how you get on, my lovely Geminis, and don't hesitate to email me if you have any questions. The link as to how to get a personal reading or a 2019 forecast are down below as well. But in the meantime, I wish you all the very best for the month ahead and for the new year. I look forward to speaking to you guys soon, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.